Well, now you've had the chance to see what it looked like inside of the record show, if you saw my last video. So now I'd like to show you what I got from the record show itself. Now, you saw this already. This is Doors Absolutely Live, and it is a gatefold 2-record set, a replacement of something I lost in the flood many, many years ago. Very happy to get that for only $6. So let's go through and see what I've got. Met a friend there who gifted me this album right here, Dweezil Zappa, My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama. This is a German press on Chrysalis. Good friend Dave Rogers and his lovely wife Lori came out to the record show to say hi and shop for records, and he gave this to me just out of the goodness of his heart. So thank you so much, Dave. Now, speaking of Dave, he's a big U2 fan, and talking to him a bit, he talked to me he didn't talk me into it. I decided on my own that I'm going to beef up my U2 collection, because I only have 2 albums in my U2 collection. That's October, and the most recent one, No Line on the Horizon. But that was until this show. Found a bunch of them for only $5. Let's start with The Unforgettable Fire, in wonderful condition. Original sleeve, only $5. Another U2. Let me just take all these off of here. Got War, also for $5. Gatefold. Oh, whoever put this together decided to leave the record separate. There's your gatefold. And here's your pristine vinyl on the Island label. US press. Very nice. It's going to definitely help the U2 collection. We've got the very first album, Boy. Also $5. And there was one more in that collection. Oh yes! Wide Awake in America. Collection of live recordings and outtakes from the Unforgettable Fire tour and album, 1984-1985. And once again, US press on the Island label. We've been eyeing this Depeche Mode. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. Let's see. At the same place that I got the... no, I didn't get this from a different place. There were so many vendors there. I bought from a lot of different ones. Look at this. Original soundtrack recordings from the film Jimi Hendrix. A lot of these things show up on other Hendrix albums, but this is a kind of a beat-up cover, but the records are in great shape, and according to the guy who sold it, plays really well. So I'll be cleaning that up in a couple of days. Now, at the same place that I bought that Jimi Hendrix, I also got something that's kind of a grail. I collect records on the Bizarre label, which was Frank Zappa's label when he was with Warner Brothers. Or he had 3 labels. First was Straight, which coincided with Bizarre, and then there was Discreet later on. But on the Bizarre Records label, Lenny Bruce, the Berkeley concert, has the same cover on the front as it does on the back. But it does have a gatefold because it's a 2-record set. Picture of Lenny and some liner notes by Ralph J. Gleason. So that's very cool. And also another 2-record set. Now this is another replacement from my youth. Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde. Here is the 2-record set. Hello there. And the gatefold apparently used to belong to somebody with the last name Kretzmann. And this is Columbia 2i. So very happy about that. Records seem to be in great shape, so I'm very stoked about that. I do have a copy of this, the very first copy I had when I was but a wee lad. But it's rather used and abused. Okay, let's see, what else did I get? For $2, David, Thomas and the Pedestrians, The Sound of the Sand. This is recorded at 45 RPM. And by the way, I do remember when you showed this on your contest video, Derek, and I've got a few other David Thomas things as well. Also, the Pure Ubu album, Song for the Bailing Man, that is also recorded at 45 RPM. Got myself John Astley, The Complete Angler. This is on the Atlantic label. And this guy, I don't know of any other albums by him. Pretty good songwriter and pretty good songs. But I believe that this guy is the guy who remasters most of the Who albums. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And this also has this thing on it. Instead of saying stereo on the Atlantic label, it says digital. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't switch on the macro. But trust me, it's there. Instead of saying stereo on the Atlantic label, it says digital. I'm trying my best not to put my fingers on this vinyl. Cheesy sleeve. When I clean this, it'll be different. Have you ever done that? Try to put a record back in a sleeve just the right way, and you end up ripping the poor son of a bitch apart. That hurts. Let's see, we've got for $1, I got this 12-inch single of Yes, Owner of a Lonely Heart. It's got long and short versions as well as our song. Got a copy of Blood Rock with DOA. There's another Blood Rock album that's really cool. I think it's called Blood Rock USA. It's got kind of a cartoonish cover, picture of a big hand firing a big gun. That album just rocks like crazy. Oh, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. The Faces long player. Now, I've been searching for this for a long time. Usually when you find this, because it's got the die-cut cover in here, hello, the record inside is usually completely trashed. This one was put inside of a A&M record sleeve, and it's actually in very, very good shape. Now, this side doesn't look as good. Side 1 does not look as good as side 2. So, the jury is still out on this one. But I'm going to clean it up, see how it sounds, hope for the best. We can always keep on looking, can't we? 3 left. We've got Catching Up with Depeche Mode, which I always like to call Throwing Up with Depeche Mode or Depressed Modem. This was a promo. The foil sticker has been covered up with Sharpie, and it's got the original sleeve with all sorts of cool pictures on it on the US Mute Sire. And last but not least, 2 jazz records. Oregon Crossing on ECM. This was the last album that Colin Walcott performed on before he passed away back in 1984. And I believe I've got a couple other Oregon albums in my collection. And here is the coolest thing I found. Aside from getting the Lenny Bruce Grail, Jimmy Smith Bucket on Blue Note, $3. Beautiful. And let me show you. It's got the sleeve, 27 years of Blue Note, 1966. This album was recorded in 1963, came out in 1965. And look at that beautiful, beautiful vinyl. So, those are my scores from the record show. And I hope you've enjoyed part 2. As I record this, I've got like 492 subscribers. Once I hit 500, I am going to do a contest, so I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do for that contest. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you all for watching. And as usual, I had a great time. Hope you did too, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you then.